Oh my goodness, hello. Hi. We're back. It's been a little while since we streamed. Took a tiny break just to take care of a few things and had a little bit of a gentle sickness there, but everything's fine now. Everything's good. Ideally, this will be the last stream I do on my old computer. I have a new computer coming tomorrow, or the last piece will be here tomorrow, and that means I can ideally my current computer will be my streaming computer, so I can actually stream games that were made that have 3D engines and don't take up a bunch of CPU cycles. So I can stream a lot more stuff. I can stream PS4. I can stream Switch. I can stream all. We're just expanding the things that we can stream. So it's gonna be a win for everybody. But until that happens, we're gonna play Cultist Simulator, which came out today on Steam, and I've been kind of eyeing this for a little while. Because it's made by Alexis Kennedy, who is the founder of Fail Better Games, who made Sunless Seas and the upcoming Sunless Skies. Fantastic Lovecraftian / Eldritch British writing combined with really smart story-driven gameplay. And this is his kind of experimental thing. He actually, I was doing a tiny bit of research before this, and I didn't realize he actually did some work on a story for the Stellaris game by Paradox, and he worked with Telltale. He's working on BioWare, the Dragon Age part of BioWare. So he's getting out there after stepping away from Fail Better. But before he did all that, he made this. So we're going to check out Cultist Simulator. I knew enough about this when it was announced that I wanted to play it. So for games that come out like that, I don't read about them. I don't watch movies. Or videos or screenshots or any of that. I just say it doesn't happen often, but it happens enough to where I'm like, I want that. I kind of point to it and say I want that, and I'll buy it when it comes out. It doesn't happen often these days, but when it does, I savor my first time with that because that's when I know it'll probably be the most potent for me, and I decide, well, we'll share that. We'll explore it together and see what the hell this thing is. So let's do it. I want to probably unmute the game first, right? Probably. There it is. So we, just from the very brief media that I saw from this, I already saw that it has its own style, which I'm very excited about. You can actually move around on this thing as well. Yeah, so design, right? Well, he basically made the game. I mean, obviously art and music and UI is a big part of it, but he did the lion's share. So if you've not played any Fail Better games, I pity you, and I encourage you to do so. Especially, the one to play is Sunless Sea. It's on Steam. So, all right. Well, obviously, we want to name our. There. Oops. Let's try and pop this. Okay, so we have no tutorial? No? Okay, we're going to learn by doing, which can be interesting if done well. Bird or worm? I wonder if that's going to be difficulty, right? If you're who's eating or you're who's doing the eating. Leave everything as is for now. There is no actual active sound right now. So, interesting. Meaning of employment. Interesting. I'm guessing I had to drop this into... Okay. You can kind of drag everything around. Well, my job is menial employment. Another shift. Mopping the darkened hallways, delivering post to hollowed-eyed invalids, trundling corpse-laden gurneys to the basement. I mean, those are all... Okay, yeah. Okay. Halfway through your shift, the head porter beckons you aside. Oh, there's a timer here. It's gonna be hard to narrate this. Very little interaction sounds. Actually, hang on. Luckily, I can pause. It's at full blast. Very small clicks. This was at 10% though, so that's probably part of it. I wonder if that was intentional or not. This did just come out, so there might be some launch day hitches. There's music comments. We want to hear that. Let's just crank it up. Okay, that's at least more things happening. So enough vitality, you can gain more health. I mean, this definitely has the DNA of Feel Better games all over it already. They tend to be very excellent, Jack. Thank you. Yeah, I guess default at 10% must it's clearly a bug. Kind of abstracting the psyche and life through cards and game mechanics in sort of almost a card catalog way is a very Fail Better thing that you see a lot in at least in Sunless Seas. I haven't played Sunless Skies because I'm waiting for it to come out. So I'm going to be liberal with the pausing and unpausing here because I don't want to be pressured or feel stressed when reading narrative-based stuff. And I appreciate that I have that option. The cobalt light in my dreams. So I can pull these out. That's interesting. It's like a little pack of cards. So none of these are a dream, so I can't put them in here. Can I move these around? Oh, so you can really move everything around. That's very cool. It's very tactile like that. Okay, so we're starting to abstract abilities, aspect moth. Interesting. So these are kind of categories for each of these. Okay. Let's resume time. Oh, and these are the, hang on, so these are the, I'm accruing, so these are connected to the health, funds, and the passion. Enough glimmering. It's, Jack, it's a standard, oh, yeah, I guess it doesn't show up. It's a standard Windows arrow. Oh, okay, I guess also that would mean I shouldn't use it to demonstrate things. So yeah, the icons in the bottom are matching with the health to health, funds to funds, and passion to the eye, with a third one here that is not. And these have no tooltips or anything. I wonder why you can't see the cursor. That's interesting. To OBS. Capture cursor. That would probably be why. There we go. Sorry about that. I'm not sure why that was turned off. There we go. Cursor restored. Alright, let's resume here. A bit sad it's not a gnarled claw. Yeah, although like you don't want to get too kitschy, I guess. So this is actually an interesting thing. So contentment is running out. Contentment defends against dread, but contentment doesn't last. That's very true. Interesting that we're treating time as a resource, which it is, but quite literally. So these are actually animating every now and then too. That's kind of neat. Is this moving, or so this? I thought it was animating behind it. Okay, I'm assuming we want to pause and examine time. The sundial's shadow passes. I must have funds to live, or I will become ill. So this is nothing that I can. Okay, my funds were taken forcefully into this window. I believe that's what the magnet icon means. That it was automatically drawn to it. A bequest arrives. A letter from a solicitor. The old man at the hospital, the one I dream of. His name may in his will. It's like that Monopoly card. Okay. I'm certainly inclined to not fast forward. I like that it's smart to give me the choice to scrub back and forth or forward at my own pace, but I want to see the pace that they're trying to set here. A light in the skull. Whenever the principle of the lantern sheds its light, I may recall additional scraps of knowledge. Interesting. So this has 11 cards in it. So this is my study. Okay. So these are all kind of little engines that I can put things into to start them. As long as I match, I'm guessing match the icon. I must study it using either passion or reason. I don't think I have either of those right now. So we're just gonna sort these away. I've got, oh, these are stacked, okay. Okay. Do have 10 coin, because 9 here and 1 in time passes. I wonder if this is consumed. Oh, I can drag around. It is consumed. Cessationist. We have a little buff or debuff. It's hard to tell at this point. Erudition? And now it's gone. Interesting. I have learned a great deal lately. I'm going to be close to advancement. Can be used with study to gain a reason. It only lasts 3 minutes if unused. So, I'll be running out of money every minute of game time, it seems. I can study this, it seems, to gain reason. Interesting. Alright, well, we'll see if we get more erudition then. Because, yeah, so it looks like a reason. So I have my 4 main stats, it seems like. Health. Let's put these with the ones that are there near. Well, I can't. I don't want to move this stack. I'm not sure I can take a whole stack at once. Maybe shift. No. I know there's no drag select, so. I do like that you can, I mean, it's both a blessing and a curse that you can fiddle with the space as much as you want, because I feel compelled to keep tidying it. This morning, there's a spring in my step. I'm not sure why. Oh, so I need to study this. What was I doing? With either passion or reason. Does the desk have an operable drawer? Asked Jack. I don't see one. I see some notches. This has the look and feel of something that someone thought, I'll make it work in VR as well, because this would be a thing you could kind of probably sit down and play in front of a table. Actually, that'd be kind of cool. But yeah, there's no visible interaction here. I'm going to use reason. I feel like I'm a man who tries to employ reason every turn, and so we're told that okay. Hoping for some more erudition. I need more than just the initial amount to complete the task. Having a pleasant day, as in most things with Fail Better, and especially I'm guessing Alexis Kennedy, is that discovering the mechanics, learning the mechanics is half the game. Not being told what they all are, but just having them happen at you. And sometimes, like, there'll be like icons that come up that are very cryptic, and you may never know what that's doing in the game, if it's even doing anything. But sometimes it does, so you have to take them all seriously. It's a very cheeky yet really sharp way of doing things. I got some contentment for my pleasant day, which we had before. So it's good to have a round against Dread, which we get to experience. I'm sure it's coming. Our request has resulted in my correspondent describes my dreams exactly. They use names that are instantly familiar: the house, the wood, the hours, the glory. They knew secrets beneath time and the skin of the world, A new curiosity burns in me. There's a note here. Directions to a bookshop that does not advertise its wares. Wow. Jack has seen literally 20 minutes of it in his soul. Yeah. I suspect this will be up your alley too, so I totally respect you bowing out, because I would do the same thing if I wasn't actively playing it. So thanks for stopping by, Jack, and we can compare notes on this later, perhaps. Because I feel like one of the big appeals of a game like this, sort of like a few, the more, not say complex, but the more well thought out kind of clicker games, like Infinite Paperclips. I forget the name, but that's bad form. There's a paperclip clicker that was made by a former professor of mine. Can't speak all of a sudden. Which is amazing. It unfolds in this beautiful, elegant way, and then it's done, which is how all clickers should be. I highly recommend it. I'm gonna look up the exact name because I feel like, yes, Universal Paperclips, very good, highly recommended. But yeah, it's that where you being able to experience what's happening, and if you're watching this and you think you might want to experience it for the first time yourself, I won't be sad if you don't watch me enjoy it. But if it's not up your alley, then I stick around and see what happens. Directions to Moorlands. Cryptic directions to an obscure address of a certain moorland, a dealer in the rare sort of book. Okay. Watchman's Secret. Each hour has its color, but color exists only where there is light. It just occurred to me that I hold the key to wisdom. This occurs to me every day. This card will allow you to win an enlightenment victory if you upgrade it far enough. Dreaming about it might advance or change it. Fascinating. More funds. Mr. Select, hello, how you doing? Would probably need to put hands to it before buying. I'm not sure how you'd put hands to a game before buying it, unless you're like pirating it, but perhaps you can put hands to it via me in a vicarious nature. Correspondent recorded his observations of me. He believed I had potential. He recorded his observations of someone else too. So there are things, I think I can study these, I think. Okay, yeah, so it very, very helpfully highlights things that I can drop them onto. That's actually very handy, because at first I was trying to find things that match the icon, and that's not quite happening. So that's a little confusing, just from an intuitive perspective. But that certainly helps. So, do I work on temptation, or do I dream about temptation? Oh, that's interesting. I think we'll dream about it, or meditate about it. Meditate upon it. And then we'll study... reflection. Can I reflect on the Watchman's Secret? Okay, let's study the directions. Man, time sure does take your money. Season of Visions. Exotic Cravings. This is gonna pull something. So you'll have no choice here. Oh, I can work on reason. Or passion. Oh, okay. Or my health. Maybe I'll work on reason. Now that I've found a location, I can explore it. Okay. An occult scrap. Secret histories are layered beneath the one we know, like the notes in rare wine. This is a detail from one of those histories. Let's explore the occult scrap, right? I'm not clear what... if this is what will happen, or this is... Okay, so it's specifically tied to this. Okay, yeah, I see. Okay. So this adds it to that. Interesting. It tells you kind of how many cards you'll get out of it. And what you put into it. Let's study these notes while we're staying busy. I suspect a big part of this is going to be sort of managing all of these plates as they spin. Go to work. I assume this will give us some form of funds. I can't. Oh, I thought I was commitment now. I will bring reason to my job. Restlessness. Not sure if these are levels or just how like potencies of these aspects. Curiouser and Curiouser. Contentment has burned away. I will go where there is light, though it bleach me to glass. I have advanced a step towards a terrible ascension. Oh, good. Dedicate myself to the pursuit of higher understanding. I must see beneath the skin, whatever the cost. Like this is the game is Alexis's kind of style to the key to the it's the epitome of his work, where things are put in game mechanic context that makes no sense to me now. Right. I must be the true initiate of the Mantis. I'll need to work with Grail aspect to allow the Watchmen to see me. Obviously. But usually that will get filled in as we keep playing. We'll learn what those pieces mean, and if we want that to happen. Like we're not penalized for not knowing what that is, ideally. I can't dream about restlessness. I can dream about my dedication. Oh, so now I need to work on my dedication. That makes sense. What's this? I await an answer to a letter. Interesting. I think our erudition was not meant to be. Remember who I am. Mystique may attract the attention of hunters. Okay. Kind of sad I have no way of using this, because I don't have more than one. But I have two lore fragments of the same level and aspect. I can study them together. Interesting. So this is a level 2. I kind of wish there were tooltips and I didn't have the click for these, but. So, lantern is. Okay. Alright. There goes my erudition. More funds are taken. Trembling in the air. The sun flickers like a shadow. Dreams ripple beneath the surface of mirrors. I must be careful not to drift into the waking world. Fascination may provoke visions. So this looks like this. We'll grab a fascination. Which, I don't know if I have. So I'm curious what will happen with that. Should probably go explore that. So we have a way, a vector by which to interact, or through which to interact with other people. Let's interact. Let's found a mystical organization. Here's someone I might work with, a companion or a follower. But first I must give them something to follow. Society, a sodality, an order, a cult. Interesting. So now I need to supply. I can't just explore things on my own. I need to have people with which to do it. If I buy enough books, I'll find something interesting. That's good life advice, to be honest. Mr. Alden, the supervisor of records, has called me into his office to recognize my diligence. I watch the mole on his neck as he talks and talks and talks. But at the end of it, I have a promotion. New position is better paid. And the desk stands by the street window. But I write directly for Mr. Alden now, and he is known to be exacting. My reason has dimmed. Okay, so it's sort of a debuff. Nice. Okay, so we have ways of earning money. We have no way of knowing how long we can not work to get demoted, but we want to work on our dedication a little bit. Okay, so these aren't things I need. These are things that are in the... Some kind of power, interesting. Can't use reason right now. I don't have a no I can put in there. Well, until that, I guess I'll just keep working. Gotta keep earning that money, right? Stream about some passion. I've begun my true work. The authorities will take an interest in it. I must be ready for them. You have begun to establish your cult. It will need a little more before you can recruit followers. Tristan, who's my first... Okay, so I have some notoriety, which I may not want to do too much. Or gain too much of. Choose my founding principles. Tradition and compulsion, old, new, or both together. Oh, this is the thing okay, I can't add stuff to this. Interesting that he is immortal. He is a mortal. That implies there will be some who are not. Which will not come as a surprise. Long walks kill cobwebs. It's true. The Burning of the Unburnt God. Compiled by J. Wigglesworth Jensen. It's a little... Can't make your names too cheeky. A little bit, but... Careful. I'll study this as soon as I can. I need a bunch of, yeah. I can't do this for later. Interesting. So I can add things to this. It looks like I just don't have anything that needs right now, or I can accept. Seems bad. No health is left. My life is slipping away. Oh, goodness. I am working on it. That's a little terrifying. Hopefully my health will be done in 30 seconds. So, interesting. So, reason is back. He wants reason to satisfy. Certainly, sir. Study this. Oh, this came through. Unless the inner growth before me grows too quick to pass, and when I open my eyes, I am adrift among the black trees. Shadows flutter. My feet will know the way back to this place. This is going to be out for a minute. Summon minions. Interesting. Interesting that I can't explore the fleeting memory, but it lets me put it in there. I don't really have a way to interact with that. I just hope I get enough. I get my health back after, I think, running, was it? Or walking, at least. There goes that out. Okay. Read this book. Jensen hypothesizes a pre-Zoroastrian fire deity whose rites were the rites of smiths. So I wonder if I'll get my health back after this is completed. Excellent. Okay. Sickness has ravaged my body. It's unfortunate. Okay. I think we can do that. I do like that it's trying to tell me where it should. Oh, that just took my... Temptation. Interesting that there's these little... Also, I have vitality. Oh, does this cancel out vitality? Oh, ill health. Okay. Well, as soon as I can dream on it, that's the plan. Oh. Oh, it's not discrete health, it's vitality. Okay. Just I can study to gain health. Well, I can dream of this too. Oh, we can use one of these. Okay. The deity was a goddess. He suggests that its gender may have been the cause of its suppression. The rites described are often eerie, sometimes grisly. I haven't been working enough. That didn't take long. We are, in fact, trying to keep our plate spinning here. This wants... I have a right? That's good. I don't think I've seen any... Oh, this is one. Why not make it not that? Now I need some reason. I should say this to gain health. I need more than one. Damn. Fascination to give currently. I kind of wish these icons were on the cards themselves or little icons next to the cards. Just because I really like that they're trying to establish a connection for kind of what these cards are and what they relate to, but having to constantly look at each one's little window is a little awkward. I kept my job. Let's keep working. I'm not going to be able to use my passion because I am now disillusioned. Makes a lot of sense. It's interesting that this is a thing that consistently needs new kind of fuel into it. Would I need to explore this? Oh, just money. I don't know. We should probably turn this into... Dream about dread? Too much dread can destroy you, contentment can cure it. I don't have any contentment to use there. My reason is being used elsewhere right now. I don't have any other pieces to the puzzle, it seems. These are just locations. Dream of the Way of the Wood. I wonder if I can apply the passion before it finishes and that counts. Wow. I have founded my cult. Well, we're playing Cult Simulator, so we're doing it. This is a step to greater power. Use your cult to recruit and promote followers. Talk with followers about your cult and send them out on cult business. Okay. Achievement for that. We are the Mirror of Glory, an occult society dedicated to the understanding of the light and leaks from a fiercer place. A believer can be promoted to a disciple. A few gifted disciples can be exalted even higher to seers. Fascinating. There isn't anything options for... Actually, I make this a little longer. Drag a stack by its number badge to move the whole... Oh, okay. Okay, so yeah, that makes sense that you can get my health. I want to not do that when I have none, because having no health has been a problem. What made me sick earlier? Oh, okay, so it actually... Okay, that's cool. It sparkles when there's something that you can use on it. Okay, so there are ways to connect the pieces. It's just not quite as intuitive as I would like. The Trappings of Dread. Sounds like a great time. Why can't I do this? That's interesting. I wonder why it's not letting me do that. Maybe he's not. I don't really want to talk about it. That seems foolish. It'll give me more notoriety, and it's something I'm not really interested in. So I want. Might be able to throw in some passion just before it finishes. Oh, it'll be close though. I wonder if it'll even let me do that. He is rife with journalists and detectives and other meddlers. Getting a little low on money here. Oh, it was the wrong one. I got excited for no reason. Bring some more reason to that as soon as we can. I would need to study with the other piece that's in here. The music's interesting. It's not quite. Sometimes it fits what I would expect it to sound like, and sometimes it does not. And yeah, I need more vitality to. Be diligent with our work. In the display cases of the Impossible Museum, I always see an apple white as snow and hard as marble. Golden beetle in a stone box, a coy geometry awaiting my touch. A black envelope bursting with spring. A brass opera box for instruments of record and measure. A storm in a tin. I always wake before I see the idol's end. Convert them into a prisoner. Not entirely what I want to do, if I'm being honest. Where did he go? I've already forgotten his name. Huh. Oh, right, he was here. Okay. So Tristan, we should talk about the cult, clearly. Dread may provoke full-fledged despair. Can only study so many things. Promotion again. Really need to. Don't want to look. You know, my cult will need money, so I shouldn't neglect. Can dream of money. It's interesting. Oh, can't do this. Oh, no, I don't really want to get hooked on drugs, to be honest. Let's not take that route. Let's see how our cult does first before we start. It would also be useful to know visually which ones were ticking down and which ones were permanent. Because I feel like it would be useful to know which ones are transient that way, so I could do things with them. I've been inclined to tears and afterwards inclined to laughter. So I'm guessing we can glimmer twice to get passion. Interesting. Boss wants the reason. Iron Spintria. Pay for services. Could be sold for more traditional funds at an auction house. Okay. There's some funds. Okay. Do you know that it says I have 6 funds? Spintria. But I only see 4. I want to talk about these. I want to try and... There's a lot of aspects about it. Right, I keep forgetting I need to... Oh right, I do. Do I want a prisoner? Yeah, let's recruit him rather than put him in a cupboard. Let's talk to him about the cult. Oh, so it was interesting that it actually showed me that in advance. That's what the 6 funds was for. It was the 2 I was getting from work. I just hadn't got them yet. I wonder if that's intended or not. I have no way to work on my enlightenment, unfortunately. I'm concerned about putting my only health in one place. Last time I did that, I became sick. See, this is not great. Like, the card is compatible with this little engine, but no reason why does not work. Yeah, that's kind of frustrating. Like, being enigmatic is one thing, but can it work on this? Oh, this is actually to do the right. Invocate, using Tristan as a victim, using that as an instrument. I mean, I'm okay with this if I had, like, so. Let's say Tristan. Yeah, I need all the slots filled. Should probably go to work, I guess. So yeah, that card actually expires. That's what they want me to. My daydreams sometimes outpace my dreams. Use this with work to paint, or with study, and with 4 other glimmering to gain more passion. Interesting. Again, why not? It's one of the kinds, and yet it is just not. No feedback at all as to why this is a valid target. Oh, we got 2 passion now. Be nice. Let's continue. This almost seems like it has pips on it. It will destroy you when it reaches 3 dread. Oh, I need contentment then. Are you gonna make me go get drugs? See what happens here before we make any decisions here. This is just gonna continue. The carefully packaged prisoner. Well, that's unfortunate. What can we do with him? I've got this prisoner for a while at least. Dreamt of the rain, whisperings in the eaves, tapping on windows like an old friend, hissing prankishly in the chimney. It is difficult to be unhappy in the right kind of rain. So, it's an interesting. It's hard to actively. I mean, and this is what I kind of signed up for, and what I was excited to see. Oh, also I have contentment. Good. Is that this is it's almost building a neural network of connections in terms of my choices. Like, I'm slowly expanding what I can do and what things I have some agency over and what things I need to care about and what things that may threaten me with the end of the game, and some things I'm trying to keep at bay. But it's hard to... It's interesting that it's so nebulous and so... It's just hard to pierce. It's a veil that's hard to pierce, and obviously very intentionally so. Just to get a sense of where this is going, and it's certainly very, very interesting. It's a very interesting, and it was, presented as kind of an experimental project, so it isn't necessarily one that will have a ton of depth or a ton of reason or design behind it, but yeah. Okay, I figured that would grab that. So I wonder if this ticks the same time that these do. Let's send Tristan out. I should probably dream of something. Again, no feedback as to why I can't dream of that. There's a way to recruit. I think it's just going to give me another recruit. So yeah, it's like building these little pathways of like, now I know that if I want to hire someone, I need to send out a follower with money afterwards to go. Yeah, it's almost like a crafting recipe kind of situation that is consistent, but is a little difficult to really grasp the totality of it, though. Trying to get more erudite. So what happens with this despair? Okay, despair. I think it's ending sooner than later. I was hoping I could use him here. So that did nothing. Literally nothing. Okay, so it's good to keep contentment, or know of a way to get contentment. And also, like, none of this is being documented in terms of knowing the recipe to get contentment. It was dreaming of a certain thing, and there are different ways to get it. Like, if those are consistent, then that's cool because you kind of have to learn how to get at those. Although, if like the recipes branch out so much that there's so much to keep track of, it's a little difficult to kind of keep all at once. No, I should probably. So yeah, here's the question: if I start this, does this? It does keep track of how long it has. Okay. But it doesn't take down as well. It's like it stops it in time. Interesting. What did this grab? Spencer Hobson has been a journalist, a private detective, and rather briefly a priest. He's the agent of the Suppression Bureau. He's mortal. Interesting. Yeah, let's meet with our let's discuss. Or a minion who will destroy them. Well, at least they tell me that. Wow, I can put all sorts of things. Discuss the cult. Discuss my vivid imagination. Discuss our temporary headquarters. I don't really know what the goal of that is going to be. Slough off my flesh, patch by patch, tugging the tendons free like fibers from teeth. Whew. Skin lies like a shredded blanket. We have a fascination. All right. I think I'm going to call it there. This is the stream. I don't know. This is certainly not a very good. It's fine as a game to stream. It's because there's so many pieces to it, and it's building. It's building a narrative in the same way that the other kind of feel better games do, but even more abstractly. Like this is literally abstracting out a life, both internally and externally in terms of. Mental states and emotions and psychoses, as well as interacting with the physical world, and it's very, very cool. I'm definitely going to keep playing it. I don't know that it lends itself to people watching it, though. And I think I'll kind of keep playing it on my own and leave the stream for more, say, interactive, but more present. And I say active games, actually, not interactive. So, but yeah, that'll do it for Cult Simulator. We will keep playing, and maybe I'll check back in at some point in the future. But if this seems like something that you want to try out, I can only assume it unfolds further from here. So, let me know what your thoughts on it if you do check it out, and we're gonna resume streaming very soon once we get our new rig. And start playing some games that a little more graphically advanced, and that'll definitely expand the stuff I play. So, thanks for watching as always, and we'll catch you later.